Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a live play role-playing game podcast. And welcome! We're gonna have some fun today. Today we're playing Spectres and Spurs, a system that has loose rules and I loosely understand. Before we get to our characters, I'm gonna throw it to our players. Does anyone know how Spectres and Spurs works? I understand it's a 2d6 system in which the rolls are meant to be rolled when things are a little bit more serious. Like, if a thing could happen, just let it happen. But when you roll a what?
I'll take a stab at, or take a 6-shooter at explaining this game. There are 10 basic moves. Assist, when you help someone, you use heart. You roll 2d6 and you add your heart modifier. Duel, which is when you fight an enemy, that's iron. Gamble, you take a desperate action despite danger or risk and you roll 2d6 plus heart. And intimidate, that's when you try to make someone leverage threats or violence to get what you want, and that's when you roll iron. So those are the 4 I won't be using. And the ones I will be using are investigate, canvass a crowd, hunt for clues or research lore, you roll plus sense, or parley, when you offer an exchange of items or favors, that's plus sense. And then there's your sneaky sneaks, like scout. You case a joint, you read a room, or you scope out defenses or search for tracks, you roll plus dusk. Or you employ deception or distraction to skulk around, skulking also rolls plus dusk. So there's 2 sense things, investigate or parley, and 2 shadowy, dusky things, scout and skulk. And then who's going to use the cast and channel moves, you guys? Hands off to other players.
Probably me, because I have high weird. My character is weird. I think that's what you need to cast in this game. I'm assuming other Powered by the Apocalypse systems are pretty similar. There's a mechanic for casting and it's rolling weird. And with magic, not entirely sure how it works. I'm pretty sure it's, I want to use magic to do this. And then you roll for it. And then if you roll well, then you don't have a hitch go off. And if you roll okay, you do it, but then something bad happens. And if you roll low enough, it fails. I'm assuming that's how it works.
Yeah, 6 and below is a fail. It's perfect description. So those are the 10 basic moves. Anyone can do them. And then there are the skirmish moves, like when you get into a fight, and maybe Kit's player can explain those.
Yeah, sure, probably. Well, as far as I understand it, which is debatable at best.
And that's all we need, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each playbook has kind of different moves we can do. So we've all got individual, unique things that we can do during skirmishes and just in general. So we've each picked a couple of them as our speciality moves, and we can use those in various times and places to alter the battlefield and to give ourselves an extra edge or put ourselves in danger, which is probably what's going to happen more often than not. So, for example, my character Kit is a tinker. So one of the things Kit can do is jury rig a little device. So when I deploy a gadget without spending a spark, which is more or less sort of an energy sort of a thing, it works but either backfires or draws unwanted attention. So it's that kind of risk-reward kind of dealio which we like to go for. But I think one of the more important things, which no one's really touched on yet, is that of the vibe. Now, vibe, very important. It's very much a Weird West sort of a situation, so expect cowboys, gunfights, magic, weird Cthulhu-y type things. Who knows what's going to happen? Certainly not us. And it's just going to be a good time. I think as far as rules go, we'll probably try and figure it out as we go, as we come across things we don't understand. But I think the best way to learn is to play.
Yeah.
So,
and speaking of playing, go ahead, DM.
Oh, no, I want to hear your quote.
I was going to explain the skirmish moves.
Go. Oh my god.
Did I not?
No, you totally skirted around it. You said a bunch of very pretty words.
Hey, as I said, I don't really know how this works. I think I demonstrated
look,
that
I'm
very
running
well.
the game. I'm going to be honest. I was loosely listening.
The cool thing about being the GM for this game is that the players are going to say, I want to do this move of the 10 basic moves, or from their own
I've just
personal
found
character sheet. And you say, okay, roll 2d6 and add your modifier. And you kind of just play the mechanics, players. Thanks.
All
says
right,
the
well,
GM.
that's the vibe.
Yeah.
We're going to go with that.
And then the skirmish moves.
Okay.
So what if we want to fight someone? How do we know if we get our butt handed to us, or if we, I guess arrest them and bring them into the Wild West jail? Those are the skirmish moves. So you're going to roll, right? All the involved combatants will choose one of the 3 tactics. The tactics are resolved in the order of 1, defend, and dodge. So if there's a swinging fist coming at your face, you can defend or dodge. That happens first. 2, advance and attack. You can just take out your pistol and shoot someone. And 3, wait and watch. And maybe you want to fall back or survey the battlefield. So those are resolved in that order. And you roll 2d6. On a 7 to 9, you use one of the things listed under your category. On a 10 plus, you can use 2 of the things listed on your category, either one basic skill and 1 playbook skill, or 2 basic skills. So you can't use 2 playbook skills. You can use 2 basic skills, a basic and a playbook, but you can't use 2 playbook skills. And that's the skirmish system. It's very easy. You choose what you're doing: defend, attack, or wait. And then you roll 2d6, and you either do one of the 2 things listed or 2. Or nothing, because if you roll less than a 7, you suck in this game.
Hey,
Yeah.
nobody sucks. And speaking of people who don't suck, who wants to introduce their character first?
No one.
Cool.
I think it's the kind of thing where we want to be voluntold.
No, actually, let's start nowhere with no one.
I
no,
do. Wait, no.
No, you've been lost to the
Sorry, Joe.
nothingness. And actually, remove your headphones.
Oh.
Not you. And you know who I'm talking to.
Is it me?
It is you.
Okay.
Remove your headphones, other one. There is nothing. And then there is nowhere. A space between spaces. A liminal space made material where everything could exist if something was to provoke it to begin being. But in a place where nothing exists, how could something be powerful enough to exist in nothingness? Bit of a question, isn't it? Well, not for these beings. The term is Cthulhu-esque, eldritch entities that are beyond the limits of what any of our listeners or any being within Fire-Breathing Kittens could understand as power. These beings are beyond that. We got to an office space. A being wrapped in shadows, a very bland suit made of desire and what it means to exist for purpose. This tentacly shadow being is wrapping its eldritch fingers around a delicate fairy, crafting the wings gently to its back, and then the door opens.
Oh, and then I come in.
And then somebody comes in.
Yeah, somebody come. Okay, let's say this
He's
guy.
doing a super delicate thing. A tiny little fairy, gently putting the wings on, just crafting destiny and fate, and this is the first memories of its life, and these are the last. And I'm tying it together.
I thought I smelled a disappointment. It just turned out to be you.
shatter. The wing breaks. This broken fairy falls into this swirling vortex of what is to be a realm. Hey. I wasn't doing anything. What's going on? The being nervously crosses what would be a knee over its, like, hands, and through the, like, vibrations in the universe, like, dozens of realms are shaken.
Well, I've just got some word from up top, and he said to go and find the most deplorable person in this joint, so naturally I came to you.
Yeah, I'm super deplorable. He shuffles off like 3 realms from his desk, which is like cosmic clouds made dense in a weird dark part of the cosmos. 4 realms just fall into chaos.
I actually thought of going to those, those ones made of actual crap. But then I remembered you existed, and I thought, no, those guys serve a purpose. They do important work up there. And so, yeah, I just thought I'd see how you were coming along. I've forgotten your name because it's awful.
Ernest. I'm Ernest. And actually, I got a realm coming up that you're...
Yeah.
When you see it, you're going to be like, oh, Ernest, you're so cool.
Well, you know that phrase, the importance of being earnest, right? Well, the actual original phrase of that was the importance of staying as far away as possible from Ernest. 'Cause you smell.
We cut to the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. Hey guys, let's introduce some characters now that we've established a little bit of a backdrop.
As if anyone would have understood what was going on. Certainly not me.
Hey, it'll all become clear once you listen to the episode. I'm playing this to the listeners, guys. Let's go with, Ava.
Okay, so, here, I'll introduce my character, I suppose. Howdy, y'all. My name is Avarice, but you can call me Ava. And, I'm half devil and half elf. You can see I'm a half elf by my purple skin and white hair, half devil by pretty much everything else. And I got a couple dragons. They're very small dragons, but hey, don't mess with them, because they will mess you up. I've got one that's made of stained glass and one that's just black and purple and pretty. And yeah, I'm just wearing a bunch of black leathers and a cowboy hat, as I usually do. But yeah, that's me. That's Avarice, aka Ava.
Jane.
Oh, I do not know who this Jane is that you speak of. My name is Lori Gwynn. So anyway, I'm trying to character voice this season. I keep watching Sofia Vergara candid clips because she's hilarious. And I'm trying to adopt her accent, but mostly I'm just Puss in Boots. So, to homage that, today, I'm a raccoon. So I have a joke for you, says the talking raccoon, covered in sauce. That they
To
fell
who?
in. To themselves, because they're covered in sauce in a kitchen. What do you call a raccoon who is too small to properly use their own kitchen and fell in the sauce?
I don't know. What do you call a raccoon who's too small for their kitchen and fell in the sauce?
A ragoon.
Ba-dum-bum.
What?
Jane.
My name is Lori. And actually, her name's not Jane. Jane Doe isn't her real name.
I'm going by a character sheet that I have. I'm doing my best, listeners. I'm being bullied by my players.
The character sheet says Lori.
Hang on.
Okay, if you open it...
Yeah, if you open it, maybe. Hang on. So I will just double check this. So we have a... Yeah, strictly speaking, if you open the character sheet, it does say the name is Laurie.
Like, if you read it,
However,
it says
the
stuff.
file name says Jane.
which I'm innocent. Kit, could you save me by explaining yourself?
Well, I can certainly try. Hello, my name is Kit, or, well, Parakimite, but no one calls me that because it's quite a lot of effort. I'm basically just a little shy ball of feathers and floof. I like doing kind of clockworky sort of things. I work in town. I'm an apprentice to a dwarf who kind of is basically my dad, and well, not actually my dad. I do have a proper dad, but he's dad too because he's like nearby dad. But we don't worry about that. Yeah, so I like doing clockworky things, and I'm also about a foot tall, so I need like a balloon or something to travel through crowds. And basically I just like hanging out with Ava because she scares everyone away, and I like not being around people.
Well, always happy to do you that favor.
And now that we've established our players, let's cut to a spooky dream. And don't worry, guys, we don't have to cut away because you're all sharing this spooky dream. Could you guys describe the spooky things that you see in this spooky dream?
Well, the spookiest thing to me, honestly, is probably children and sweets. Things like cinnamon rolls and strawberry ice cream just, they just give me the ick, you know? I just stay away from them as much as possible. So my spooky dream would probably be in Candyland.
Oh, I want some ice cream. Can I have some ice cream? And then there's just like maple syrup falling from the sky like raindrops, and all these children are gleefully lapping it up.
And then I'm just like take out take out a knife or something and be like, I'll cut you. I'll serve you a slice of that ice cream.
But that is but one aspect of the dream. What else do we see?
It is darkness, and my fluffy ears rotate and my whole masked face turns because I heard a small padding sound. The most terrifying of sounds, because I'm on the ground and that's not good. And padding towards me softly, it's so fluffy and round, and it's a bobcat, and its tiny tail twitches because it's seen me, and I say no, and I run up the tree, but it can climb too.
Oh, this bobcat. It isn't hungry for sweets like all of these disgusting children. It's hungry for raccoon.
Yep.
But that is but a mere aspect of the dream. It's so spooky to all of you. And there is yet more.
Yeah, and it's potentially the worst one because I'm standing like in this amphitheatre. Right, I'm up on this little raised platform, and in front of me I can see hundreds and hundreds of very judgmental ghosts, and I'm being asked to make a speech, and I've forgotten my notes, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and they're all just standing there looking at their watches and asking what time the sports start, and I'm feeling very judged.
I think there should be sports. I would also like sports. This thing we're seeing isn't very good at all. I think it should be better. I also think it should be better. Let's not tell him, though, so he never improves. Very spooky.
Let's ignore all requests for feedback.
Thank goodness there's this empty hole of nothingness that you all see, like, cut through your vision no matter where you look. In all directions, there is an empty void sucking backwards, staticky like a broken VHS tape. An entity reaches out an appendage towards you.
I go toward it because it's more comforting than children and candy.
Do we all go to the comforting, scary thing?
Grab my hand.
Well, is better than the uncomfortable, scary thing.
boom, we get a 3-way visual cut to all 3 of our players waking up in their individual beds. Huh? Can I get some reaction noises to waking up with a start?
I'd probably just be like, well, now I need some coffee. That'll probably just be it, because I'm used to waking up from nightmares.
Do we all stay in the guild hall? Or do we have individual homes?
Homes. Yeah, so Lori's laying in the trash.
Why?
Because it's like a buffet. It's awesome.
Gross.
I'm a raccoon.
Yeah, it's like waking up in a bath full of crisps.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
translation
still
chips.
not good. No, even if you translate it to American potato chips, like, waking up in a bath full of potato chips is still distressing.
Well, I mean, only if you didn't go to sleep in one.
You could be Gwyneth Paltrow, and your skin would still not be so pristine, which you not would wake up covered in pimples.
Thankfully.
Yeah, but the
fur.
important part to remember is that Gwyneth Paltrow, as far as I'm aware, is not a raccoon.
We can't prove that.
Yeah, obviously we can't know that for sure, but from all the information we have at this current point, the evidence points to not raccoon.
All right, we're cutting to everybody at least going to the guild hall from their respective homes. As they're thinking about, like, Gwyneth Paltrow v. Raccoon.
Now, that's a fight I want to see.
Oh, I'd pay for it. As you guys, like, arrive, the first thing you notice as you get close to the guild hall is, like, all of the ghosts. Like, usually there's a few ghosts around the guild hall, you know, like, it's an Avengers guild hall, you're gonna get some ghosts. But there's so many ghosts.
How judgmental do they look?
Could I get a self-esteem roll? Just like a flat 2d6.
Okay. Got a 6.
Now, could the other players give me rolls as well for their self-esteem? Because that will lower his roll, or raise it, depending on your self-esteem.
I rolled a 3.
I must still be covered in that ragu sauce I fell in. Or maybe this is just trash. I can't tell. Snake eyes.
So, go ahead and
How does Kit have the best self-esteem at the moment?
Because everyone looks like trash. You're like, oh, for once I look pretty good today. Wait, is it Australian, the voice you're going with?
Well, I don't want to necessarily say because I know it's probably not amazing, so we'll leave it as... Well, I will simply name it after his species, kiwi.
Yeah, no one listens to this. We're alright.
Yeah, I guess that both of my dragons slept in my hair, so it really does look like a bird's nest or a dragon's nest.
Well, either way, everybody it shows up sort of at the same time. These ghosts don't look very judgmental. Like, if they're looking at you, they're definitely looking at your compatriots first. So you can deflect, like, attention for at least a few minutes, which, for somebody who is worried about themselves, is such a comfort. But, like, the fact that the guild hall is surrounded by ghosts, like, is a thing. Also, the, like, big stage coach with, like, I mean, like, well, without a check, because, you know, Spectres and Spurs says, if you don't, if it's not a situation which requires great success or terrible failure, just let them know. Nightmares. Horses made of nightmares and fire. Like, similar to a hellhound, but it's a horse. Pull a carriage that seems to be pulled up in front of the guild hall.
Well, now, ain't this a surprise?
I mean, is it? This kind of looks like your sort of horse, Eva.
Honestly, yeah, kind of does. I mean, I saw a lot of these horses back in hell. Yeah, these are nightmares. They're pretty friendly if you have fresh souls to feed them. Even though they prefer animal souls, but they'll accept human souls as well.
Well, that's worrying.
I look around nervously.
As do I.
Ava, you can't pinpoint why, like, at a glance, but you do see these nightmares seem slightly different from the ones you know.
Or maybe these are the type that prefer lizard souls. Those are also animals, but they have slightly different souls. Hence why dragons and sphinxes are different kinds of mythical creatures. Yeah. These are different somehow. Anyways, I'm curious, so I'll look at Kit. I don't know if I see Lori. Is Lori still in the trash?
Well, no, we're going to assume everyone's together.
We might not see her, but we can certainly smell her.
Yeah.
Somebody smells garbage.
Yeah.
So, what do you say? Should we investigate the gloriously scary horses?
Again, just to paint the scene, you guys are walking up to the guild hall. Guild hall covered in ghosts. There's a carriage out front. That's where we're at.
Well, I think what the universe is trying to tell us is that maybe someone's come to visit.
Yeah, maybe.
I get that feeling. You know, sometimes you hear voices tell you things.
If anyone wants to rip a roll real quick on these horses, go for it.
All right. I could investigate. My two stats that I have are Sense and Dusk. With these Powered by the Apocalypse games, you kind of stick to your strengths.
You stick to your guns.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
It was right
specters and
there.
spurs.
It was right there.
So I'll roll to investigate. Okay, so that's an 11. On a 10 plus, you ask 3 questions and take +1 ongoing. And
Hit it.
while you act on the answers, you have a +1 to all your rolls.
And for the sake of story, you can split those questions up amongst your other players if you so choose.
Yeah, everybody ask one.
So is there like a list of these questions, or are there just any questions?
No, you
Yeah,
just
there's
All right.
Oh.
There's
I don't
There's a
know.
suggestions list, if you want to help think of one. If you want help thinking of one.
Ooh.
I will say the presented scene is you're looking at these horses that Ava has been like, oh, these are hell horses that feed on souls. And then she's like, well, they look a little different.
So maybe the best question to ask would be, since I'm curious whether or not they are really after raccoon souls or not, what abilities or powers do they have?
They can traverse planes very easily because they are souls in transition.
Is that it?
For that question, yes.
I have a question, and that's one of the ones on the list. How can I gain an edge here? An edge is a sort of like advantage. I think there's mechanics to it, but I guess I'm trying to secure some kind of advantage here.
For me, the DM, or GM, or whatever you want to call it, treat it like a person.
Treat it like a person.
And you'll have an edge in the conversation.
Okay. Like, you mean the horses?
Yeah, don't treat it like a horse. Treat it like a person.
Okay.
My question, very important this one. Does the carriage the horses pull have any interesting bumper stickers?
Absolutely not. But you do see a pretty rad decal.
Of?
Could you roll me 2d6 and how much do you know about pop culture?
Let's see. I'd say Kit knows a bit. It's still fairly new to the area. Doesn't really socialize much, but probably reads a weird amount.
Well, give me that roll then.
Okay, well, that's a 9 just straight off.
even with a casual knowledge, you're familiar with whoops, I done slipped and ended up in another world, which is the most popular isekai. And this is a very simple, like, logo for the show that has been burned, not with fire, but with pure might of, like, not just a star being forged, but all the meaning behind a star being forged. The cosmic entities that will then be forever in rotation, the societies that could rise and fall, like the burning hot passion of the cosmos has burned. Whoops, I done slipped and end up in another world.
Well, it seems whoever owns this is a bit of a nerd.
That is accurate.
Well, I guess if we talk to the horses like people, then we'll have a better chance of conversing with them. Which makes sense, because you can't really have a conversation with an animal.
Okay. And how do you talk to people like people?
I mean, I usually just...
I'll just let you do it. I'll just let you do it. It seems a bit more simple that way.
Okay, I'll go up to the horses then and say, howdy there. Now, what might you be doing in this part of town?
We have delivered the designer to his location, so he might talk to the cats that breathe fire.
Cats that breathe fire? That sounds like fire-breathing kittens. And he said...
Very similar.
So you're looking for the cats that breathe fire and not the fire-breathing kittens?
No, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, because, I don't know, there are a lot of guilds around here, and there are a lot of different organizations, so maybe there's a cat that breathe fire. But anyways, if you're looking for fire-breathing kittens, this is the right spot.
We have met those who wield the light of day as a weapon.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay very far from those. I've got my own reasons. I was wondering, you seem a bit different from the nightmares that I know. Where are y'all from?
So they all sort of begin chattering off, saying their individual locations. That one of them is from the Nine Hells. Another one is from Nicomoy. Another one, location that you understand is on your plane, but very far away. And the fourth is from somewhere very far, and like a word that you're like, is that even a word, or is that a sound? It sounds so foreign to your ears.
Oh, Texas.
But, yeah. I'm from Texarkana. What's up, bud? But you get the idea that these entities are not made of nightmares and hellfire. These are entities from a place that are taking form of a big scary horse.
Interesting. And is this designer in the carriage then?
No, they are waiting.
Oh, I see. I'm gonna look at my companions and say, well, so what? Should we take this one, or should we look for something else?
Again, the guild hall is just covered in ghosts.
Stay with the ghosts or go on the carriage?
Just to clarify, you get the vibe that the person who owns the carriage is in the guild hall, and this is their car that they've parked in front of it. So if you go with the carriage, you will be stealing a car.
Everyone else is just nodding at the our individual cameras, like.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, we know.
I am good on driving for a while. I just did that. So let's go inside and see why there are ghosts. And then I would like to case a joint. Sounds good, right? Read the room. I want to know what ghosts do. What ghosts do.
What them ghosts do?
All right, so I'm going to roll for Scout, right? Because with these Powered by the Apocalypse, the players initiate the moves.
Oh, that makes it so easy.
So that's another 11. That could definitely keep happening, I'm just saying. And that means that I ask 2 of these questions and take +1 ongoing while I act on the answers. So, is this a threat to us? Sounds
Absolutely not.
Oh,
These
okay.
ghosts, with an 11, these ghosts seem performative.
Oh, and then this is one of the questions. What is their goal or purpose?
To be spooky.
Okay. So, these are very lovely decorations that we have.
They keep, like, as you get close, they, like, don't reach out at you at all. They just keep going, ooh.
Idle animations.
I'm a ghost. You get very, like, Disneyland vibes from it.
I climb up the wall of the guild hall and go in the open window. I can't open doors because I'm a raccoon.
I have to imagine that this far into Fire the Breathing Kittens, there's some sort of doggy door.
Yeah, the swinging doggy door. I'm that raccoon that comes in your dog's doggy door.
Yeah, there's a cat flap installed when Beans joined.
Yeah. Or at least, do you enter in a second floor window into the main guild hall area?
Main guild hall area, yeah. But
Cool.
I can't open doors. I try.
You're not a velociraptor. I'm sorry. I have to say it. You're not a clever girl.
Oh, thank goodness, though.
Cool.
we'll
Does
go
anybody
into-
else go in?
You know, I will. I will go in.
That same static you saw in your dream. That entity that provided comfort in this terrible moment is there in the middle of the guild hall, reaching its hand out in the same way it was before. Hello, kittens. Will you help me? In my designs. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Are you the designer? Did you bring these not nightmares here? You the one who brought the carriage here?
Oh, the daydreams? Yes.
Ah, they looked a lot like nightmares.
I don't choose what they look like.
But you're the designer. Isn't that what you do?
I actually do. And he pulls from inside. You see this entity is head to toe covered in bandages, and the little peaks you can see that aren't covered in bandages, there is nothing. And when I say nothing, it's not like empty space. It is like looking into, like when you sort of unfocus your vision and everything becomes blurry, it is a terrifying emptiness in that blurriness. Where you're like, if I just kept going blurrier and blurrier and blurrier, eventually this would take over my entire vision and I wouldn't see anything ever again. There is nothingness wrapped up inside of this being. But it has a very cool hat on, like a cowboy-esque duster. For Ava, you know, the cowboy devil, it's full on your aesthetic.
Yeah, I just grin. And I would actually like to use one of my changeling moves called Heart of Darkness. It's you can intimidate and parley with intelligent monsters. When you investigate a monster or its trail, add these to the question list and ask one of them for free. So I guess I will say, well now, I'm pleased to meet you, designer. I'm Avarice H, but you can call me Ava. Most people do. And then I will reach out my hand and I would like to shake this entity's hand.
Bandaged fingers. You see that there's like 3 and then 7 and then 4 and then eventually it settles into 5 as it like looks at the hand it's supposed to meet and understands what it needs to present.
Wow, AI has improved so much.
And also, like, what it was doing before was pulling out a small globe of brilliant light, but not the kind of light that encompasses a room. It doesn't shine. It is a small contained entity that when you look at it, it just is all colors flowing together, not like in a muddled brown, but each individual in its own right, just ribbons of brilliance. But it sort of like shuffles it away as it goes to meet your hand.
Kind of flinch at the bright lights, but then I just keep my hand there, I suppose. Like, while I do the handshake, I would like to roll investigation. I'd like to investigate it. It's not my strongest step, but I still get to ask a pretty good question on a miss. Oh, wow. And that's not a miss, because I rolled a 10. I rolled a 5 and a 5. So investigate lets you ask 3 questions, right? And then,
On a 10 plus, ask 3 questions and take +1 ongoing when you act on the answers.
yeah. Okay, so one question that I would like to ask for sure is, what does it fear most?
Inadequacy.
Inadequacy.
It has severe imposter syndrome.
All right, good to know. Yeah, and my companions, you guys can ask a question if you want, because since we have 3 questions.
What happened before we got here?
This entity looked at something, and it went very bad, and then essentially ran away. So you see the frantic energy of somebody looking for a solution after, like, bad news.
Am I allowed to ask, what does it want us to do for it?
Simple and vague. Fix its problem. What it wants you to do is listen and agree to what it says next. Like, you see the waiting energy of an entity about to pitch you something.
Okay, if everybody get your suits on, we need to go and sit in the boardroom and hear another pitch. Better not be another podcast.
So I think I just have a lot of cool opinions. So me and my friends are going to sit in my closet. No, just kidding. No, this entity pulls forth this orb of light. I'm the designer. I make realms. That's my thing. I'm not trying to, like, make you feel lesser, but I'm an enlightened being. I ascended to a higher level beyond my physical form. I'm an eldritch entity now, and I get to create realms. And I made one, and I think it's pretty cool. But the souls aren't coming out. Like, when you make a realm, souls come in, and then they learn a lesson, they live a life, you know, ideally design them a nice path to go on, in which they learn things and they come out the other side, hopefully enlightened. But my souls aren't coming out. And you see it like, it's losing fingers, like, the wrappings around it are frantically moving, like, for an entity that has no body, it's sweating.
Have you tried giving it a bit of coffee?
I thought I found it. I found a guy. I found a guy. He was so pious, and he had good morals. And then I put him in the world, and then the souls stopped coming out.
I pick some garbage off of my fur and I eat it and I say, could he be eating them?
See, that's the thing, is the souls are still there. So they're not going anywhere. It's bloating. It's bloating. You can't see because you're mortals. But this, and again, you see, like, the most brilliant, beautiful orb of light. This looks like kindness and joy and, like, existence in a nutshell. And he's like, it's gonna explode. And is looking at it like it's a bomb.
No. they're mortals. Also, it sounds like you made another version of hell, because that's the description of it. Souls go in, and they don't come out unless they're special kinds of souls, or unless they're summoned. Hey, have you tried summoning souls?
You think I didn't try summoning souls? Oh, let me summon a soul right now. Oh, come out! Boom, and you see like a blomp, like a big barrier blomps out about a half an inch from the realm. And this is the person who created the realm.
Can you create thousands of more realms inside that realm, and then they can go in there and do the circulation thing?
See, I thought of that, but if I do that and it gets worse, I have made my problem 1,000 times worse. And I can't fail. You don't know what it's like out there.
Yeah, I mean, in my point of view, you succeeded. I mean, this is 1,000 times more terrifying than hell, because at least some people have a hope of getting out from there, but no hope from that plane.
You see, like, the walls around you start warping and, like, melting as, like, this entity cries, but it has no tear ducts, so everything around you begins to drip. It's supposed to be beautiful. I wanted to make a pretty thing. Can you guys just go in there? And I'll make you gods. Have you ever wanted to be a god? I can make you gods in this realm. And just go in there and figure out what's up. And I just really need some help right now. And you are watching Cthulhu cry.
Raccoon paw pat of reassurance.
Should we do a quick huddle?
Yeah.
Sure.
You see the bar portion of the guild hall is totally unaffected. So you can still sit at like the bar stools if you want a moment of privacy and comfort.
Okay.
Right, so, I mean, the guy seems desperate because, you know, we've got a kiwi and a panda. Sorry, not panda, trash panda. So that's what we call them. Got a kiwi and a trash panda, and, I mean, you're like the only actual, like, you know, quote-unquote person around here.
Yeah, quote-unquote.
So, I guess he must have expected, like, one of the you know, the powerful FBK members. But I reckon we could do this. Well, probably. Well, maybe. But, you know, what's the worst that could happen apart from, you know, us all dying horribly?
The thing is, I don't do things for people out of kindness. I'm going to want something. And I think I know. I want this for... Yeah, I think I know what I want from this entity.
I mean, did he not say that we can be gods?
Yeah, but probably just within a realm, you know?
This thing does seem cosmically powerful. Like, to put it in, like, vague terms, it could be a patron to a warlock. That is how powerful it is.
So it could definitely give me a bar of gold.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like, yeah, well, what I want is, like, for it to design a realm for me.
I mean,
100%.
Not to judge another craftsman's work, but you know the realm he did just design? The one we need to go in and fix?
Oh, if he designed
I'm not
one
sure you'd
just
want
like
that.
I don't know. I mean, I'll have to think about it.
Maybe we can ask one of his friends to design a realm for you.
Perhaps.
You feel like he didn't hear that, but it is hurt. Just by that idea.
What, the idea of someone else doing it, or the idea of having friends?
Oh, well, I mean, like, it doesn't seem that good. Maybe it knows someone who could do it better. Ouch.
Well, the thing is, I don't think his friends would be or its friends be willing to do something like that, I mean, it would owe us one. So I don't know. Let's all have our own demands for solving this problem, and see how it goes.
But also, like, I've got quite a lot of what you call it? Bills I need to kind of catch up on. So if we can, get him to wipe those out, that might be helpful.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go down to like City Hall and fill in a load of paperwork for them because I can't hold a pen. It's a real pain.
This is great because basically we want a bar of gold, a bunch of paperwork done, and our own realm.
Yeah, like regular people.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like as a pitch, just like, okay, nothing. Oh, okay, that's pretty big.
The paperwork?
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, I'll make you around, but don't
if
make
I
me
can get this guy
sign
to stand in
anything.
line at the DMV for me, then I'll be a happy Kiwi.
Okay, so we have our pitches. Like, we get a vibe. And you do notice, the thing that seems to be holding the bar in place is this ram's head idol in the center of the bar.
Ram's head idol. Very interesting. So holding this thing in place as in, like, the entity?
The space that is keeping just the bar of the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall unaffected by any even cosmically powerful extraplanar force. It is keeping the bar sacred. Okay.
I was like, oh, I want to steal this thing until the word sacred. I'm just like, yep, no. All right. Yeah, that sounds good. So, yeah, I'm ready to go back. Actually, I'll say this in character. Well, I'm ready to go back whenever you are, and pitch our own conditions to him.
Yeah, all right. Well, how about you talk to him and see, you can do a sentence.
Okay. So yeah, I guess we go back to the entity.
So as you step away from the bar, like, time resumes. Like, the entity was like mid-sentence, and then it looks at you like it just finished talking and is waiting for you to speak.
So the thing is, we're gonna need some kind of compensation if we're gonna go into a realm where souls can't come out and fix things for you. Does that seem fair?
Absolutely. One realm each sound fair?
Can I sell that for about the value of a gold bar?
Yes.
I'm in.
I'll buy it from you for a gold bar.
So 2 gold bars in 1 realm.
Oh, could I also ask you to just like stand in line at the DMV for me?
Oh no, I want a realm.
That is outside of my power.
Well, can you get someone to do it?
I can give you 2 gold bars. Yes, no, I can create someone for you to stand in line at the DMV. It will have no other purpose.
That's good. Basically, I just need, to get some like extensions for my feet so I can drive the carriage, but they've got to be really long, so it's a bit of a pain because you don't need to hear this.
So you see, it has created a full like bipedal person, and then when you're like, oh, I just need feet extensions, it erases the top 2/3. As it's like, oh, and then until it's just like sentient feet. So if you want a Puss in Boots situation, you can definitely have it.
Oh no! I basically I just meant like in order to drive, I need. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, and it fully erases this sentient entity that it just created from existence.
Wow.
It's still a Cthulhu.
Well, I guess we'll call that the
So,
prototype.
are you guys ready?
Yeah,
You
let's
want to
hop
be
in.
gods, or can you help me out? It's
Oh, gods as well. Yes, please.
Awesome. So, as you enter the realm, your essence will be fully melted down, and you will be recreated in your own image. And I do ask that you not interact directly, but I will give you a hero, and you can choose one amongst the people, or I have a create a hero option.
Oh no, we're playtesting this guy's realm.
Just don't do what the last one did. Apparently there are some glitches, some exploits which allow you to become... Anyway, we're getting in the realm, right?
Yeah, just as long as let's shake on it. So then
So
the realm
many
will
gold
be
bars.
no,
It-
not gold bars. I want you to design a realm for me to my specifications at a later time.
So she can put people in her own hell.
I have no morals. I am beyond things that mortals feel or think. I am thinking cosmically. I have to design realms for souls to go to and then learn a lesson. And every single soul that goes in there, I need to design a plan for, and it's really hard. And the whole room is turning into a funnel as you're like being like McDonald's Funland, like plastic slide moved into this realm. If you do want to reject it, you can. Otherwise, your essence will be melted down and we all become gods.
All right.
Okay.
The raccoon offers the crying Cthulhu a half of a rotten chocolate bar and pats them on the shoulder and says, "There, there," and prepares to be melted down.
Cool. Thwomp. It's like a thick, viscous feeling, like falling through warm jello as your physical body is removed from you. Your pure essence. You know that in this realm that you are going to, you will be a god. An entity beyond limits. A thing that people will look to and worship. You will be a thing of folklore and myth. How do we present ourselves? And using the Spectres and Spurs system, we all have archetypes. So if you need a little framework to work from, we have, the Trickster, Tinker, and Changeling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would probably appear exactly as I am, in the in the material realm, because I mean, I already kind of think of myself as a god in some ways. I have decided people's fates, like their souls when they went to hell. So, I mean, she already has a bit of this complex. So she would just look like how she usually does, a creature of fables and myth and fate. That's already her.
Beautiful, perfect, nothing. You go through this transformative process and come out exactly the same on the other side.
Oh.
With the comfort of self-actualization.
Yeah, one difference is that I'm not missing a bunch of feathers because I don't pluck them out in this form.
So a slightly different skin.
Yeah, just like fuller feathers, full wings. I can now fly. Yeah.
Lori looks... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, Kit probably is more or less the same as well, but with a backpack on which has mechanical hands.
A little Doc Ock situation, or just mechanical hands?
Oh, just two mechanical hands, like in Poppy's Playtime. You got basically a backpack with two hands either side, and you can grab stuff.
Cool.
Lori's not a raccoon.
What?
She's a human, and she looks kind of like an off-duty waitress selling essential oils.
Interesting. So, you enter this liminal space. It is empty, like white nothingness, but touches of like gray and brown. Like it is both no color and all colors, but very far in the distance. as you have selected your characters, you enter the create a hero option. The heroes that are already here, if you're curious: Wild Belt Maker, Zealot Farmer, Noble Swordsman, Clearly Insane Person.
But those are some strange names.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you calling your child a clearly insane person.
Or create a hero.
It's a strange name too.
So where are we in this realm? Where did we land?
You are in a nothing transitional space, a liminal space, a place between places. As you see these names of these potential heroes, you see small vignettes of the world. You see massive monsters, like brontosauruses times 1,000, big enough with cities on their back. You see pirate ships in the sky, and thousands of undead at the feet of these monsters. It is both beautiful and terrifying. You see what this person was going for, and how it has been twisted in some way. And one of these heroes, or potentially your own, could fix it. But how? Maybe through the intervention of gods.
Well, we wouldn't want those other heroes taking our prizes, would we?
Now, I think what's going on, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're basically just in the loading screen of this, right? So it's not like the other heroes are like competitors. It's just here are the pre-built characters or the make your own option.
Oh,
So I imagine we just want to go through the make your own option.
I see. Oh, yeah, okay.
Video game playtest is the vibe.
Then, yeah, I guess, create your own hero then.
Cool.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've never loaded up like an RPG and it's got like pick your character and I'm like, oh, I gotta kill them all. Where's the kill button?
That's my first instinct, I suppose.
So who is the hero that the changeling, the tinkerer, and the trickster create?
I, like the fairy godmothers in Sleeping Beauty, I impart a gift upon them, right? We all can?
You are gods. You have no limits. You give what you give and take what you take.
I impart upon them a silver tongue. They can parley by fast-talking people using dusk, and they're charismatic when they need to be. Not that they're always talking, but when they talk, people value what they say.
A mouth is formed in this empty nothing space. A handsome or beautiful or any combination of the two visage around the mouth is slowly beginning to form. This entity can speak, and they can speak well.
Oh, so are we like all creating one thing?
You're creating the hero. You are gods creating your, what was Athena's bro?
I don't know.
Apollo? No, that was Artemis's bro. Athena's bro.
Whatever, it's Athena's bro. The listeners can yell me. I've been listening to a lot of Anna Pantsu.
Aries. Athena's brother's Aries.
Wait, no, not her literal bro. It was there was a hero, the one that she put out a challenge where she's like, I have a boar that no one can kill, and if anyone kills him, ooh, you're gonna be my apprentice. And then the dude showed up and he was like, I see you watching me.
Meleager.
There we go.
Maybe.
And then she's like, how did you see through my spell? And he was like, I was lying. I didn't know you were looking at me. And, yeah. Either way, you are creating this mythic hero for this world. The person who is going to right the wrongs that the creator of this realm has unfortunately created.
Okay, I know. I'll make a dragon, I suppose. Yeah, because, you know, that there are certain mods you can get for certain games where you can play as a dragon. And you know what? Yeah, why don't I just play as a dragon?
I'm gonna use like true D&D dragon stats, where it has a humanoid form and a dragonoid form.
Yeah.
And you know the phrase silver-tongued devil. You so far have a silver-tongued dragon.
Except it's not a silver dragon, because Avarice hates silver dragons.
No, silver-tongue.
It's
Mercure. Yeah.
Imagine if I make a silver dragon, I'm just like, no, back to the character creation loading screen.
Yeah, hold on, let me change the skin.
It would probably be a would it be a golden dragon? Nah, it would be a
Avarice.
black one. Yeah?
You see that there is limitless options. Color is a construct. You could make this dragon in your image.
A dragon version of me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, I'll make a dragon version of myself.
So, in the same way that they're like, oh, dinosaurs also had feathers. You see a dragon with feathers.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got an idea. So I've been playing this like postal game with some of the other like guild apprentices, and my GM won't let me ever do this. So I thought, you know, could you always try it here. So I want to try and make an infinite number of commoners and like a railway spike.
That's your hero?
No, I want this to be the weapon.
Okay. No, this is workable. I know what you're going for. You see the heart begin to glow inside this dragon. The strength of the people behind it could become a, what is it? A rail gun blowing through any blockade, destroying any campaign against them. This is a hero of the people.
I mean, it's a little game breaking, but you know, that's kind of what we're here to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're making a hero and you're gods. So this silvered tongue, like, it's almost the mind, body, spirit thing, where one of you gave them the ability to speak, the other one gave physical power, and the last gave the will of the people behind them.
And also a big weapon.
Yes, walks off, carry a big stick.
Oh yeah, and of course it can breathe hellfire.
Now, could you just real quick, should be the easiest part, name your hero and design their destiny and fate?
Sure. That's easy. They pull the sword out of the stone.
Mm-hmm.
That's their destiny.
And then they awaken their draconic nature. Dope.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thus,
And
and
the
by
sword-
pulling the sword from the stone, the will of the people falls behind them. Okay.
Yeah. And the sword is a railway spike. That's why everyone failed at pulling it out. It didn't have a handle.
The railgun is a metaphor, just so we're all clear. I cannot give you... Well, no,
And
I
their
will
name
give
is
you...
Trevor.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor, can I get a last name from another player?
Trevor the Great.
One word.
That is
Yeah,
one word.
that is one
great.
word. The great.
So this being pops into existence. What was their upbringing? Like, was it simple? Were they noble? You guys have made characters before.
Maybe they were like
traveling
a
circus.
peasant who joined a traveling circus.
Cool. There was... It was a traveling sword in the stone. And he was always like, let me at that. And they were like, no, Trevor, you're not that great. And he's like, my last name is the Great. No, stop it. And then one day, in the dark of the night, he pulled the sword from the stone. And 3 gods were unleashed into this world. We arrive at a circus. Your hero has summoned you, O ye gods. You are but simple land people. You don't travel on the back of Zarbak, one of the massive monsters that are big enough to carry a city. You travel the lowlands, where the dead live. It's a dangerous life, but there are many sad people down here. And the one thing that everyone knows is that life is supposed to be beautiful, and it was once, before the Dark One came.
The Dark One.
The twisted madman who turned everything against itself. But young Trevor, he thinks he has the right idea. And by turning the people into a railgun, and with the power of the scales behind him and the gods behind his back, something might happen. What do you say to your hero as the sword is removed from the stone?
Oh boy. Like, what I say is definitely not going to be a good thing.
You push his face in mud.
No, it'll be like, we're like, all right, well, this is all well and good, but when are you going to start burning down the whole place and killing everyone to, clear the game that way?
Trevor looks frantically at the other two gods.
If you save the world, you will turn into a toad. So it is a truly selfless act for you to save the world because you will not benefit from it.
Well, alternatively, what we could...
Desperation for the god of tinkering.
Well, what we could do, if you want, is if instead we go and find there's going to be some sort of like cheat cave around here somewhere where the devs put like all the unused assets and like shortcuts and everything. So if we go find that, then we can kind of like just skip to the end and hopefully we won't crash the entire thing.
Hey, thanks guys. I appreciate you coming down. Slides the sword back into the stone. I don't think you are the gods that I'm looking for. I'm trying to help my people, not burn anything down, cheat my way through, and I'm not trying to be a frickin' frog.
Well,
so I love the boons you're giving, but I will fight my own battles, I guess. And
all right, I'll press F9 to quick load.
You come back. Trevor has pulled this sword from the stone, and Ava has not spoken yet.
Before Ava speaks, Kit does.
Hey, so, yeah, go on your mighty adventure, dear traveller, and lo, look, a cave in such direction that has no apparent purpose, maybe an early game boss for you to test your wits on. No cheats there at all.
You're pointing at the Cave of Chaos, and that's where the Dark One comes from, so I see your path, trickster god.
No, that's me. What I will give you is a true trick.
Wait, what? Oh, trickster god.
Yes.
I see. And Trevor seems way more into your god nonsense this time.
What I will give you is a skill that you will need. See, it is dangerous to go alone out there. I see you already have a railgun sword, so instead I will give you the power of quick save.
Absolutely don't have a railgun.
He's got a railgun.
The railgun is the will of the people.
Okay, so I see you already have a weapon. So now you will have the best thing you can have in Dark Souls, which is the ability to go back to a certain amount of time before you last died. Snap my finger and it's done.
Oh my god, I have a good one. Oh yeah, and here, so then, yeah, there's like a bunch of evil trolls and bosses and stuff for you to fight in the cave, regular hero stuff. But the main thing is, I'm gonna give you an amazing power. I'm gonna give you the power to carry anything you want, even if it's like a large stone, provided you have enough space, and you can stop time and take anything out of your inventory. and use it.
The ability to inventory.
Could everyone please just roll a 2d6 with strange
Weird.
or weird?
Actually, I haven't actually provided a boon in this save yet. Here's just a little bit of. I'll just scribble this down for you. This is how to open the command console, right? And I'll just write down like a couple of little. So there's Motherload, and there is I don't know. There's one from a good one. Oh, Canada. That'll summon a laser bear. With a Canadian cape on it. Don't ask what Canada is, it's not useful right now.
Oh my God.
There's this one which is Wrath of the Gods, so if you want to call a meteor down, then this is the way to do it. I'll just stick this one in here for you. It summons a flying goat. It'll go to end the world. It's called Gotenheim. Yeah, that's the one. No, this one turns everyone in the world into goats.
We're good. Could we get a weird from everybody?
I rolled
if
an
we're
8.
Channeling? Are we channeling? Is that what we're doing? Or casting? Or
Do you want to? This is essentially I'm trying to translate a will save.
11.
I have this thing called the Prestige. I can channel with Dusk by using Sleight of Hand. So I'm not doing. Oh, okay, that's no. All right. I'll just roll 2d6 and not add anything to it. 5.
Tinkerer, this guy's trying to quick save or quick load and get a better conversational. He thinks he can get more out of this.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
Would you have done this before?
You two
and I turned you into
notice.
a toad. I say to him.
You have no idea this happened. The only one who knows is the Tinkerer.
Oh, okay.
Look, do you want me to turn everybody into goats or not?
Look, I'm not trying to cheat. I'm a good dude. I'm just trying to save my people. Okay? There's a mess.
Yeah, and
with the
I
mayor.
get it. It's just that sometimes you don't have as much time as you would normally like to do it. Maybe, you've only got an hour or two after school and you gotta, get some time in. What school?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I never went to it, but I'm told it's a place to.
It sounds dumb.
It does. That's why I never went to it.
Good.
Oh, it is.
Don't you just learn from ghosts?
No, goats.
Goats. I've
Goats.
never seen that.
No, well, if you want to turn everyone into goats, I've got the code right here for you. It's just called
I
Gotenheim.
don't know what that is. I know you're a god and you're so on me, but I don't
Basically,
know what you're
you just
talking
press
about.
the slash button and then write in Gotenheim, press enter,
Slash
and
button.
then
It pulls a knife and slashes it across the air. Guys, we're starting to create a character.
Well, it would be a lot easier if our character didn't try and rebel against us at every turn.
I'm just trying to be a hero. Isn't that a hero's thing?
And
God
I'm
gives you
trying to
gifts
provide
and
you
then
tools.
Yeah,
I
but
know,
the
and
thing
then I
is,
betray.
the hero does things with them. They don't try to negotiate with the gods. Listen, there's a cave. There's where you need to go. You can do inventory. You can spit fire.
I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to fight the freaking dark one.
Yeah, and that's why I'm giving you some cheat codes. Get with the program.
All right, fine.
I will give you a special present.
All right, let me just summon one laser bear. Just a one.
Okay, one laser bear
One
and a
laser.
present.
The special present is, and I subtract 90% of his intelligence. Don't worry, be happy.
You get the distinct feeling this person wasn't very smart to begin with. So 90% of 3 is you've brought them down to 2.
Yeah, they can walk forward and swing a sword.
Cool. Awesome. You have a meat puppet hero.
That's all we
With
need.
a
We don't
laser
need one
bear.
that tries to quick load.
Meat puppet hero, definitely calling it out now. Episode name. Cool. So you watch this thing go into the world, and you know what? Let's take the break now.
Yeah?
And then maybe there'll be a story after. With us today were Ava.
Well, now, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm doing this whole God thing really well.
Kit.
Right, escape, press save on this, and then, yes, I'll just alt tab out of this universe and I'll make a quick copy just in case we need to save scum.
Kit. Sorry, I just reloaded. And
Well, that's what happens sometimes, yeah.
I don't know what to call you. The file said Jane.
Lori. Command cues. Bye.
Bye.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. This episode's shout out is from Eluriana, who says, quote, Marjorie, you passed the bar. Congrats, but don't let your clients know about your love of the band U2. They'll think you're pro bono. End quote. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is there a special day coming up? We can wish them your dad joke happy message for them on your behalf. You can arrange for us to read your shout out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find ebooks, paperbacks, hardcover novels, and audiobooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notebook with the Fire Breathing Kittens logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. Lastly, we don't pay to advertise our show, so the only way we can grow is if you tell someone about us. Is there an episode you think would make someone you know crack into laughter? They won't know about it unless you tell them. So tell them. Thank you.
Hey, we're back. We're back. And we're in this new crazy world. Anybody want to give us a quick recap? Limit 1 minute 30 seconds.
We have a laser bear?
The end.
That's the important bit.
Yep,
Moving on.
that's it. We have a laser bear. Cool. So, beautiful rainbow colored sand. So many colors gently drifting into each other. Big clouds of just like prismatic beauty. And the sand seems soft to the touch. And in that sand you see ghosts, but they don't seem scary. They seem comforting. Like old friends. It would be beautiful to be able to walk up and touch one of those. Lest it be for all of these zombies and massive undead. And that sucks. Thank goodness for these giant dinosaur brontosaurus-like creatures that necks reach up far beyond the clouds. High beyond where even the skyrates go. Skyrates being sky pirates. They fly the astral seas. The place in where normally souls go when they ascend, when they have reached true enlightenment with their ancestors and they're young. You know, this place is supposed to be a place where the living and the dead can coexist. But then the Dark One came, who made the wall between the living and the dead. Created this barrier, this pay-to-play model of, oh, you wish to speak to your ancestors? Well, you better give me something. And that something wasn't always gold, wasn't always land. Sometimes it's just what someone holds most precious. Give me your father's knife. Give me your mother's necklace. Give me something.
No,
you gods
my ragu.
have... Your ragu! You gods have met the designer. This nervous man who is just trying to make something beautiful. And you know this is not what he designed. Thank goodness you have Trevor the Great. Your hero. Your actual person upon this earth. Do we start upon the back of the city, in the lowlands, or up with the skyrates?
Oh, whoa, I think you're forgetting a very important player in this scenario, and that
What
is
could I possibly be forgetting?
the laser bear, obviously.
What? Oh. Okay, well, you better give me a full backstory for this laser bear and an explanation why the bear has lasers.
Okay, well, the laser bear, who has a Canadian flag cape and smells of maple syrup at all times.
One caveat. Everyone has to participate in the backstory of the laser bear.
Okay,
Continue, Canadian.
Yeah,
Smells of maple syrup.
Canadian smells maple syrup is named Tim Horton.
It's like arguably racist.
Nah, just some stereotypes, eh?
Can we just give our Canadian laser, okay, could someone just give me what's the word when it's like non-trademark?
Fair use?
A free use version of Canada?
Canada.
Give us some free use tropes about Canada.
The Great White North.
And I think we can do a better name.
Up there.
Up there is dope.
Up there. From up there.
Up there is physically high in the sky. It is a cloud region that exists beyond all planes. All right.
Yes, and then instead of a maple leaf on the up there flag, it is a spider oak leaf.
Yeah, spider oak.
And instead of a brown or a polar bear, it's a spectacle bear.
Yeah.
Cool. So this bear from up there is also there. Which region do we want to start our hero in?
I feel like plot-wise we should just start from like the bottom and I don't know, kill zombies and stuff, but I kind of want to see the skyrates.
I think narratively it makes sense because that's where the bear can come in.
Yeah, because they're from up there.
Yeah, he's policing the skies. It's like Sky Cop.
That can be like part of the backstory. He was once taken advantage of by the skyrates, but then decided to break free of his own fate when he developed laser vision. And then joins the hero in his epic quest.
Yeah, looked into the sun too long.
Lasers are really bad, like Hindenburg bad for airships, and that's how the bear got its escape.
Exactly.
So I'm picturing like Dr. Strangelove style, our hero riding the bear down from the sky.
Yes.
Like cowboy style.
Well, that's our goal.
Hey,
why not that where we begin? We are gods.
Wait, why? I mean, isn't our hero a dragon? I mean, can't he just fly and hold the laser bear in his talons?
I think that ability's on cooldown at the time.
Oh, okay, or it's like it has to be unlocked or something.
It seems like a reveal.
Oh, okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Where everyone's like, oh, Trevor, you pitiful fool. You could never solve the problem. And then he's like, actually, I have inner power. And then turns into a dragon.
I was racially superior this whole time.
I believe in myself now.
he has to be summoned by a group of people above the skyrates called the White Mains.
I mean, that sounds rad.
To not be use a copyrighted term. Copyrighted. Those whose mains are white.
All right, so we arrive at this skyrate ship. A bear has thudded heavily onto the ground.
Superhero landing.
The bear does a superhero landing.
Yeah.
And then our hero, Trevor, such a simple, beautiful name, does a superhero landing on top of the bear. And this skyrate, which the captain of which, whose name I'm pulling up I made these last night and I'm very proud of them. Vicious Iker.
Vicious Iker.
A one-eyed, mean as hell, beautifully red-haired pirate. Bust you couldn't believe. Armor that seems implausible, lest it be the absolute skill in her swordsmanship. Terrifyingly beautiful. Looks at the bear and says, "Where'd that bear come from?"
Up there.
So again, you are gods. Do you present yourself on the earth, or are you angelic beings behind your hero?
Aren't we, like, not allowed to present ourselves?
I mean, you totally can. You can do whatever you want. Like, the whole issue was the last dude that came through was like, all right, I'm going to do whatever I want. And then everything got really bad. So he was like, hey, could you, like, not do that? Maybe use a proxy? But,
Okay,
you
all
know,
right. From deep within his soul, he feels the words erupt from his mouth. Up there. And then the gods were still.
So, how do we want to manifest? Invisible? Do you want to inhabit members of the crew? Do you want physical proxies that are just like sort of blending into crowds? Like, which way do the gods of changelingness, tricksterness, and tinkering present themselves in the scene?
Oh man, I mean, if I could choose someone to inhabit, it would definitely be the terrifyingly beautiful pirate. It's just so my aesthetic. But you know what? I guess I can settle for the sails of the ship or something. I don't know.
Would you like to? I will allow it.
Okay,
if you
yes.
make a roll. Okay, put a pin in that. How do the other two? How would you like to present?
Cannons.
Okay, so you want to... Okay, so can I expand that to the ship?
Yeah.
Dope. And our trickster?
I'm a mold in the bread in the kitchen.
Could I expand that to the mold in the bread in the kitchen that also exists in many crew members' stomachs?
And eventually, like the Super Mario Brothers movie, all throughout the world, I love it.
You are the mold.
Embrace the fungus.
Oh, you thought you were eating good bread? Actually, I tricked you. It's poison.
That's me.
And it's me. It's me, poison.
I'm the problem. It's me.
I love it. We got some god stuff now. So give me a weird just or changeling.
Okay. That will be a 12, because I got 5 and a 5. Plus 2 is 12.
Yo. You get a full picture of this person's life. Family died real brutal, real early. Bunch of zombies ate him. It happens. What does a girl gotta do? Grow up. How she gotta grow up in a world like this? Be strong. How you be strong? Learn magic. She touched the designer. She went into the Dark Cthulhu Eldritch God magic. And you know what she did with it? She made a profitable mercantile ship from it. So she could have a stable, reasonable life. But you know what her failing is? She's in love with the goddamn mayor.
With the mayor?
The mayor, Turnbuckle Crank.
Oh. Okay. Turnbuckle Crank, the mayor. The mayor of what? The mayor of where?
The mayor of Trivial. It's one of those Zarbeck cities, one of those cities that exists on the back of one of these massive dinosaurs, brontosaurus-like being whose necks extend into the clouds and some say into other planes. But, you know, that's all high magic. Actually, she knows high magic. They don't go into other planes, but they reach the borders of this planes. And those who live high on the neck, they understand that basically the construct of the video game they live in. But that's not important. Turnbuckle is this beautiful boy. He's so simple. He's so sweet. He just wants his people to do well. but he's afraid of you. You being, of course, Vicious Iker. He won't let you love him. And he's distracted by those gosh dang werewolves down on the board, down the lowlands. If you could just be flashy enough, if you could impress Turnbuckle and truly prove that you skyrates have value, well, maybe, you would have a place to call home, and you have someone to call home with.
Good to know. And maybe this Vicious Iker can be useful on our journey. Maybe it can be one of the allies. Because she can use high magic. She can make ships out of like the designer's magic. I mean, yeah, sounds like she could totally help our cause.
She's just fully in love with Turnbuckle, and that is her limiting factor.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not sure. So, like, is the hero on the ship as well?
Yeah, he's just laying down on top of a bear. And
Okay.
She was like, "Where'd you come from?" And they were like, "Up there." And then, I'm sorry, actually, I feel like, what was it? It's not Jane.
Lori.
Lori, prompted, Trevor to say something?
Yeah, up there. That's what he said.
Yeah. So he says up there. She goes, all right, good enough. I understand there's many things in this world. But again, you are essentially possessing Vicious Iker. So if you have anything to say, Ava.
Okay, interesting. Knowing this stuff, I'm trying to think of like what way. Oh wait, like our Trevor is not very smart, right? So he'll just do whatever we ask of him.
He's brave in a very simple way. Like, in removing some of his, like, intelligence, you made him more zealous. And what he believes in is being a true hero.
Hey, Ava, why is Vicious Iker in love with the mayor? What is it you like about him?
The
What
money.
are you? When he loved me, give me all his money.
I mean,
Just start
kind
singing
of.
that.
He represents safety.
Okay. Because I, as a player, don't really know what to do with this knowledge.
Well, inhabit that in character. You are a demoness. You're a cowboy sheriff, and you just went in like, oh, this chick's gonna be so badass, and you went inside of her, and she's just sad girling over a boy.
And then,
And
like,
she's confused about how attractive this spectacle bearer riding hero is. And he seems to have not a care in the world, and she really admires that about him.
so then,
I'm gonna leave this up to the Tinkerer. We haven't established, is Trevor hot?
I think in a simple, like, farm boy Forrest Gump style way.
Not Forrest Gump.
Oh no, like simple farm boy, and then you went Forrest Gump.
To which to say, if you're into that.
I'm picturing K.J. Appa for some reason.
okay, I
That's
got
some
it.
nice silence there.
I know, okay, all right. We did no love for Riverdale in the chat.
Nope.
No, but yes or no, is Trevor hot?
I mean, that depends on who's...
You
looking
are
at
the
him.
Tinkerer. You make the machines. You design the mechanics of this person. Did you make him cute?
Probably didn't think about it. Just probably kept all the sliders right in the middle to save time.
Oh, okay. So he's the attractive, but just because he's symmetrical.
Well, I mean, this UI doesn't account for having a hide helmet button, so if you put a helmet on, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Could you have unconsciously made him attractive by bird standards?
What?
I doubt it. Not by bird standards.
I'm just saying, like vibrant plumage, large eyes.
Beak.
A beak. Okay. All right. Moving forward. So Trevor's fine.
He's got. We'll say he's got a cloaca and leave it at that.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Hey, listeners, the joke was lying on the table. Someone had to make it.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Okay. So...
Okay, so I have something that I could have this vicious Iker say. I'll like draw my cutlass and point it at him and say, from up there, aren't you? Well, you look the part of a dashing hero. If you are not that, then I will cut you to the ground right now. But if you are, then you will help me do something.
He leaps from the bear, does a full backflip before landing, pulls a cutlass from someone else's belt, meets your sword, and goes, if I am not a true hero, I would have been dead by now. Ha 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 ha!
I'll just
And
say,
meets you with an ignorant smile.
I'll be like, keep believing that, honey. Letting my southern accent, letting Ava's southern accent go through a little bit. Yeah, keep
He
believing
has
that,
the
honey.
beautiful confidence of not getting the joke.
And anyways, yes, there are some werewolves that we need to prove that we can beat. All of us, the skyrates and you. I want you to help us defeat those for reasons. I mean, yeah, she kind of like thinks because she's not sure if she should tell him about her love thing with the mayor. Maybe that'll come later. But it's just like...
As you say werewolves, a memory surfaces. Nelson Rip.
Nelson.
That just... He's such a jerk. Oh, he believes that the undead can be redeemed. And he would die for his people. He doesn't care about treasure at all. Like, oh... You wish, like, you can't kill him because then the mayor wouldn't like you because, like, she has a crush on Nelson or whatever. But, like, if Nelson was dead, oh my god, that would make your life so much easier.
So then quest marker appears above my head. And, well, the first step in this quest to prove that the skyrates are good, and to gain the reward, and to gain me as a follower that's actually remains powerful, doesn't just decrease in power, is to kill this Nelson person. Nelson Wu, was it?
Nelson Rip.
Nelson Rip. Is to kill Nelson Rip. He is the source of all of these, all of my problems and of the werewolf things.
If Nelson Rip wasn't there, you could just... Oh, man. It would be so easy. Turnbuckle would be all yours.
So yes, I have attempted to give this hero a quest to kill Nelson and then also make the skyrates look really good by killing werewolves with us.
So the other gods see Ava inside of this person possessing them and then presenting like, yeah, we just gotta kill Nelson Rip. And then you are looking at them from a fully outside perspective of like, huh?
Oh, I'm fine with that. I mean, we're cannons and deadly molds, so we'll probably help.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right? Cannons? You want to kill?
Oh yeah, this is actually quite easy. I'm just going to have let me just do a quick search on the assets in this universe. So I can probably just spawn him in and speed things up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let me just spawn him on deck real quick. How many do you want? Just the one or like 10?
Probably just the one and
just
only
the one? Okay,
Nelson
yeah.
Rip.
Yeah, no worries, I can do that. I'll spawn him in with no armor on just to make things easier. Okay, there you go.
Could you give me a weird, please?
Gladly. That is a 7.
there is a pull. As you're like, this should be a casual thing. I have the, like, metadata of the universe. Like, I should be able to just do this thing. Someone was prepared for an action like this. And you feel reality pull against you. The Dark One. You pull Nelson Ripon. And you also pull in a dozen very angry werewolves.
Oh, don't worry, this easy enough to compensate for you. You know, just get rid of Nelson, right? And then I'll take it from there.
The ripples in reality are already pretty active. Do you want to dip into that pool again and remove Nelson from the equation?
Oh, no. We'll just, you know, get my compatriots, get Eva to get rid of Nelson, complete the quest, and then I can take care of the werewolves in my own inimitable fashion.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just do the quest, and then we'll deal with the werewolves after the quest is over.
Yeah, because everyone knows
That's what you think, right?
once you're in your dialogue, the world pauses.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So the world pauses as Nelson boards this ship suddenly. Ha! Vicious. Doing your dark magics again, I see.
No dark magics here. The only darkness in my life is right over there. Well, you can see it too if you look in a mirror. I was pointing at Nelson. Of course.
He looks at you with beautiful, shining green eyes. He is a swarthy, 6 foot tall, just absolute, like, built. Like, the definition of werewolf in human form. I've said before, I will die for my people. And if this is the place I will do it, I am glad I have audience. The only kindness I ask from your dark soul is that you don't harm those on the deck of this ship. As you remove my head from my body, play with my organs, whatever you need to do to make you feel large.
Eva, it's
I
okay,
will
there's a
die
loophole.
for mine.
There's a loophole. Promise you won't harm anyone on board the ship.
Exactly. Yeah, there is no problem. I will not harm anyone on this ship. I promise. That is something that I can keep my word in. I wink at the ship.
Are you the only
The
one on the
cannon
ship?
winks back like Looney Tunes style. So, you executing the leader of the werewolves?
I mean, isn't that what the hero is supposed to do? That's what the quest giver. That's the task the quest giver gave him.
Who's the quest giver in your eyes?
I mean, what's her? Furious.
The designer said,
Vicious.
I need to figure out why souls aren't coming out of this dimension. And then you possessed a pirate. Mm-hmm. And then we're immediately like, well, I need to kill their romantic rival.
Yeah, because like it's so that she can accompany the hero. You know, you need to have the follow request.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like that's kind of what my goal is, I suppose, to have her be a part of the team. But I mean, I guess I could just control her and have her just, I don't know, kill things. But wouldn't that be like, I don't know, wouldn't she become my avatar somehow? I don't know.
If you know dirt, Tim Horton will do it, eh?
Oh right, Tim Horton is your avatar.
I'll kill the bad guy for you.
Okay, so we are killing the werewolf leader.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's kill the werewolf leader.
But, okay, yes, sounds great.
Yes, sounds great.
right.
We're allowed to have opinions.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess how do you do it? Like a simple stab to the heart.
You could just sit down and have some tea and bread.
I take out a loaf of bread and I stab it with my cutlass. That's the mold. That's the bread with the toxic mold on it. And then in a cutscene, I stab him right through the heart.
Okay, that's the mold delivery system. Stab him through the heart with the mold on the knife. Sure. Yeah. Why not? All right. Okay.
Mold breeds in death.
Yeah,
Would
you're
the
inoculating the body.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just saying, like, would the mold, like, the leader of the werewolves has died, but its heart is filled with mold. Would you like to take over that person? Or?
I'm gonna need like a month.
Cool. So, like, a small spark of joy breeds in Vicious Iker's heart, and they know they can't show up to Turnbuckle's, like, city and be like, hey, I killed him, love me now. But something has happened, you know, like, they have more freedom in their life.
Okay. Oh, I think I know. I can ask the hero to kill the rest of the werewolves because I promised that I wouldn't harm them, or have the ship take care of it as well. The ship and the hero conspire together.
Yeah,
So
don't
that
worry.
way.
I had thought of that. I'm just going to activate sticky boots for all of our PCs real quick. So sticky boots for you, sticky boots for the hero, sticky boots for the bear, and I'm just going to do 2 words, barrel roll. So I'm going to flip the ship upside down because I'm inhabiting it and let all the werewolves fall to their grisly ends.
Grizzlies.
Yes, that is such a good. Yes.
As you say it, so it is done. Cool. So the werewolf faction has effectively been removed from the equation.
And then, as in true video game fashion, I will congratulate the hero and be like, thank you, hero. Well, you have done us a great service. I surely could not have done this without you.
The hero looks to its, like, top left, like, of its eyes, like it's seeing something pop up. And then, like, a very dark, like, countenance comes across his face.
What's this? Is this a glitch or something? As Ava, I'll be asking, I guess, the ship / Kit, what's going on here? Why is this countenance suddenly dark after I told him he did a good job?
So now let me just check his character sheet, see if anything has changed.
Alignment has shifted -50 points towards evil.
Is this the hero we're talking about, or the captain, or?
The hero.
Oh, okay. Well, if I... Okay. Wait, what? Oh, because they killed someone? No, we killed them. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I mean, true.
It's okay. Or we can just I can just spawn in a load of money and we can like just drop it off at the first orphanage we see, get some alignment points back. Mm-hmm. Should be all right.
As you said. Well, okay, yeah. No, I guess he didn't truly do anything.
Yeah, Ava stabbed him through the heart, right?
The werewolf leader. Yeah, my character. Yeah, Furious Iker did that.
Yeah, and he is
Vicious Iker.
Pretty stupid, as you established. So he's just like, haha, completed the quest. Yeah, redacted. Yeah, Trevor is super down. Cool.
Ooh,
So
okay, looks like it's all sorted itself out now. Must have just been a glitch.
Yep.
So where are we
sounds
moving
like it.
towards then?
How about the wall that is keeping the souls in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's not like a wall that divide, like a vertical wall. It's like a layer of the atmosphere that is like very malleable, like mist. Even the astral pirate ships that you fly around in can't penetrate this incredibly dense sort of like astral mist, as I said, like, and it might as well be a wall sort of separating this plane from anything else. You get the immediate vibe like, oh, shooting yourself in from the outside was easy, but like breaking the surface and coming out the other end is much more difficult. So essentially you take the pirate ship up as high as it can go, and now you are so high that like pointing the ship upward, you're up like on the prow of the ship, I'm flying, Jack, or whatever. But you can reach out and touch this mist if you so choose.
I mean, will touching the mist do something? Yeah, let's try that.
Who touches the mist?
Can we get the hero to do it?
He will 100% do it.
Okay, yes, the hero touches the mist then.
He falls back like racked with pain, and then you see like light is going from his eyes. He's going through like a full young adult novel, like, I touched the magic!
Nice. Okay, so then I guess we watch and wait for whatever happens next.
He falls unconscious, and you see like his skin is lightly glowing.
Well, now that's interesting. Seems like this mist gave him some magic powers. Well, that'll help in fighting this dark one. Hopefully.
Well, we've got to assume so. Should we pop direct in and go find... I don't know, let's have a look at the... Do you have that quest journal on you anywhere? I've got no hands again because I'm a ship.
Well, I guess I happen to have one handy. Quest journal. Tilda signed quest journal. And then I will pull up the quest journal, I suppose.
I mean, Trevor will have one on him.
You see Trevor's active quest is travel through Dream Realm.
Dream Realm.
Oh, he's dreaming.
You're like looking at it, consorting as a group, and then you see it gets checked off, and it says, confront the Dark One.
So I guess it's just straight to the final thing then. I guess he got enough XP from
It
all
is
of those.
checked off, and then says, recover from death.
Wow, heroes are handy.
Yeah, looks like he already did it for us. Great.
Someone assign him the quest of clear the mist.
You get the distinct feeling he lost the battle against the Dark One.
Oh, darn.
And recover from death was him getting, like, cutscene killed.
Well, we gave him a quick save ability for when he dies. So...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a group weird? And I'm gonna say the average needs to be 8.
Oh, actually, wait. I have a modifier. That's good. 9.
7. My weird is 1, so 8.
Well, I think
I got 9.
Dope. So you guys exist for like, I don't know, like 4 months as this hero is quick save reloading, save scumming, fighting the Dark One.
Don't forget the bear.
Also, there's a laser bear. So the laser bear is doing most of the work. He's trying to finesse the exact perfect shot that can one-shot the Dark One. Because there's otherwise no way Trevor can defeat it.
Yeah, the bear is very tanky.
How about Vicious Iker? I mean, he did her follow request, so then she should be with him too. Yeah, Vicious Iker should be with them. Vicious Iker, the bear, and Trevor. Come on.
Alright, well, the Dark One's pretty powerful, dude. Either way, it takes a while, even with save scumming, before eventually, yeah.
I set the speed to 3x in The Sims.
Alright, with 3x, it cuts it down to, I don't know, like a week and a half. We were just watching Trevor. Oh, he died again. He died again. Eventually, the Dark One is defeated in a, like, no armor, limited weapon run. And you sort of see the plug that was holding up this realm. The last person saw that you could just control souls. Like that. The same way that Kit was like using the command controls to manipulate reality. Those command controls were open in a way that they could just be like, oh, well, souls don't pass on. And because this designer didn't want to mess with their project, they were just allowing this to go on. But the dude's dead now, so everything should just be fine.
Oh yeah, so basically it seemed the problem was that he'd booted it up in like safe mode, so it disabled like all the network traffic. So, you know, of course nothing was going to go out. I'm going to reboot the system, which should take effect once we leave, because obviously we don't want to, you know, destroy ourselves in the process. Because, you know, we've got to eject ourselves before we leave, because otherwise, you know, we won't come back, you know, whole. But yeah, so I'll just reset that, so it's going to activate the network to go, and that should be all right, I think. Let's just make sure we change we'll turn the reincarnation off for the time being, because we don't need that. But yeah, I think we ought to be all right. Is there any like endgame content you want us to just barrel through for the old hero?
I mean, like, if you're satisfied with the run, like, you were basically just trying to fix this one glitch, and, like, you fixed the bug, so to speak.
Oh, we never did the snowboarding minigame.
Oh, yeah, also there's a volleyball thing where everybody wears bikinis, but, you know.
How about mods? Can we have mods where, you know, dragons are
oh yeah, we can turn everyone into
tank
trains.
Engines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn everyone into trains or goats or anything.
Oh, there's a karaoke mode.
Yeah, you do all that. You watch a dragon train do some karaoke. But I think with that, you're satisfied with solving the problem?
I suppose.
Hang on. Let me just implement this laser beer. I don't want to leave him to die, so I'm just going to embed him into the code. So he will be the protector of the skies forevermore in this universe. Enter.
Beautiful.
All right, and yeah, I've been taking notes so far, and then she actually takes out a notebook, same style as Cal's notebook, of what I would like and what I would not like to see in the realm that you designed for me, that you agreed to, when I agreed to come and fix your problem.
Well, yeah, you guys transition out of the world. Once souls are allowed to pass through without the, you know, barrier of the Dark One, you can exit this realm. And you exit back into the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. And you see the designer there, and he's like, hey, what's up? And continue with your specifications.
Well, the thing that I would not like to see is anything that to do with romance, and unless it's a bugged romance quest that you can never actually finish, then that anyone who enters this realm should definitely do that, because what is more annoying and worse than that?
I actually thought there was a pretty good romance plot there, but then you just killed one of the part. No, I hear your notes. Thank you.
I mean, that might have just been me taking over the character. That's my first instinct. But yeah, I don't know. I have a bunch of other things. Don't worry. It should be fairly easy to design.
Well, I can design most things, and once I can put this realm on the table, finally, I feel like I'll have a little more credit in the company. I just want to say thank you, and I owe 1 gold bar, I believe, and what was the other thing?
I wanted someone to stand in line at the DMV and also maybe City Hall for me.
Oh, well, okay. And,
Also, if it helps,
Tom,
can I get someone to answer the door for me, like when salespeople turn up?
you get an automaton that can do those exact 3 things and nothing more.
That's okay. Those are the only 3 things I need done.
But it does look exactly like you.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I don't mind.
Cool. And I think with that, I guess, yeah, that's it. This time we were joined by Kit.
Well, so I've got another kit, so I can probably bring that on adventures if I need. How many times do we need to open the door on adventures? Oh, no, it's alright. I'll look at the stats. Don't worry
I would
about
say
it.
like 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Ava.
Well, in my realm, I would also basically, and just like give me a version that before playtesting, I would like to keep all the glitches for maximum weirdness, you know? So, exactly, that's why I thought you'd be perfect for the job.
And I scribbled your name really hard. Lorne?
Sure. As a slice of stale bread, I used to hate mold, but it's growing on me.
Alright, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. It's that time of the show again, where we tell you about a cool podcast. Have you heard of Quest Friends? Quest Friends is a supernatural comedy about what life is like when the realm of the dead is only a plane ride away. 5 best friends use a custom Powered by the Apocalypse role-playing system to tell stories about friendship, family, and the fun space in between. Inspired by cartoons like Gravity Falls and The Owl House. You might also like it if you like shows like Amphibia, Dead End, Paranormal Park, Danny Phantom, DuckTales 2017, The Ghost and Molly McGee, Hilda, Over the Garden Wall, Pokemon, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Sonic Boom, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, etc. They occasionally release bonus episodes with other games and genres, and their first season was a science fantasy adventure using the Numenera system. Here's a recent review of Quest Friends. 5 stars! A fantastic actual play that tells a fantastic story and has great sound design. Check out Quest Friends at questfriendspodcast.com or by searching Quest Friends with an exclamation point on your podcasting app.